Lady She podcast. I'm your host, Lady She. Tonight is our first series starter of the Mompreneurs Takeover.
Yeah.
Well, that's the start of it.
God said,
listen, it is what it is. Well, listen, I'm super excited to introduce to some and present to others these dope, amazing mothers who are out here doing it big in their businesses. Because listen, we out here winning. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be funny, but it is what it is. Women is killing it right now. Definitely. But
we top tier.
We doing it. So without further ado, I have Chef Chini here.
Hello, hi everybody.
I have Miss Priscilla. Hey. And I have Queen Danna Diamond in the building. Listen, I'm too excited. First of all, it's smelling super good in here.
Yes.
Chini done shifted up. Chini.
You're welcome.
I not only love gifts, but I'm saying seafood lover here. I'm a real pescatarian. Like, this is what I eat. So I'm super hyped for the food. Thank you so much for being gracious enough to make us all our own platters. And we can just jump right in.
We got our own platters?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And I ain't taking none home.
That meant that was for you children. That was for mom saying.
I hope y'all watching.
You ain't getting that. That's cool. I like salt. Let's just jump right in. So if I ask each of you, what comes to mind when I ask who is Chini, who is Priscilla, who is Danna? What comes to mind?
I'm just an overall entrepreneur, boss lady, a businesswoman, a mom, and a chef.
Miss Priscilla.
Well, business owner, mom before anything, strong, independent woman, a student, I'm a learner. You know, I hustle, that's it.
Queen Diamond.
When you say Danna Diamond, the man is a go-getter, a hustler. I'm always thinking about the future. I'm never comfortable. I'm always wanting more. Children first, God first. Just being who I am, but also thinking about others, and also at the same time wanting to be more than who I am today for tomorrow. Just be out here trying to get it.
Yeah, it's tomorrow for me. Yes. Okay, she said being more than what I already am. I love it. So that's like next level. I'm always thinking about what's going to be more, never stop.
Yes.
We're going to keep pushing.
Yes, like my awesome goal that I set for myself every year, because I set goals for myself.
Love that.
And my first one is accomplish something that I didn't accomplish a year before and be more than what I was the year before.
Love it.
Yes,
So I always have to bring more to the table because I love to be, we have to be role models for our kids. So we have to show them no matter what life throws at us, we catch it and we make and we move with it.
That's the one.
Right.
That's the one.
My mother used to say, God bless her, I just lost my mother this year. But my mother used to say, take a licking and keep on kicking, girl. You gotta go.
That's it.
Roll
That's
with
the
the
one,
punches.
Mom.
You gotta keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
These words don't. Listen, child, give me emotional. We just started.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to our mom as well. You know what I'm saying? We making our mothers proud out here.
Yes,
that's the facts. That's the facts. So now, Chini, where did this come from? The love of cooking, or was it even your thing? Because I know I've been meeting people that'll be like, I hated cooking, and now they killed it. I'm like, oh, okay. So what's your story?
My grandmother, she always was in the kitchen. She's from down south. My family, they all from the country.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was just always embedded in me. But just recently, maybe like a couple of years ago, I just really got serious about cooking. I used to do drinks and stuff. I always get into different little things. I used to do radio. It's a lot of things I did. But everybody loved my food, just at home.
Right.
So it was just like, okay, let me just test the waters. And
Yes, because I love you.
yeah.
Actually, like it. I'm one of them. Okay.
Yeah, I used to live in a project. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, and I started making like chicken and waffles out the house, and then I just like went to like one of them big restaurant stores and bought all the stuff, like the equipment, the forks, the stuff, and I just put everything together, and I just started selling chicken and waffles just to see
What'll happen?
what was happening.
Yeah.
So everybody used to just come to my house all the time. Let me get chicken and waffles. Let me get this. Let me get that. I had a page maybe like 2017
Right.
doing chicken and waffles, and it was a good look, and I tried it, and eventually it just got more better. I just started really getting into it, and then I was
So that
just,
money was looking all right.
yes.
A little more about how to get to this bag. So growing up Southern family, that's how you were like, okay, this is kind of natural. This is your natural habitat to be able to cook.
And then my grandmother, I have two grandmas. My father's mom, she bought me a pineapple opener for Christmas. And what I did was I started opening up the pineapples and I started making drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to just make like the alcoholic drinks, pour it in the pineapple. So I used to just like sell those.
Right.
So it's like every time for Christmas or holidays, she'll buy me things that was beneficial for me. And I would use it to make money. Like, all right, I'm make pineapple drinks. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So she bought me like pots and pans and this and that, all equipment, restaurant equipment, and I just got busy from that.
Love it.
So it's just like
it
something
be the
in
people
me,
around you,
right? That push you.
who see your gift and they will like pour into you when you just think it's something a little small. They like, no, boo. Cool.
Right.
Priscilla, you know what I love? I love that she said women in confidence.
Yes.
Tell me what that when I say that to you, what happens?
Well,
I'm with all of it. Facts.
I mean, like growing up, I've always like had like a lot of confidence. Like, you know, I've always been told like I'm beautiful, or you know, I'm always getting attention. But as I had like my first child, she was like the opposite of me.
What's that mean?
The opposite, like she's shy.
Oh,
she doesn't like pictures. She don't want nobody to face.
Okay.
And I feel like that comes with also like, you know, her confidence. Okay. And like for women, I just want like every woman to feel confident. So when I like with Curvy her in the whole thing, you know, it's like some women feel like, oh, you have to have had like surgery to wear like a faja or a shaper or stuff like that. But I just want women to feel like confident and like you could put it on, you could look nice, you could be sexy too, like you know, just be confident in yourself, and like that just takes you a long way. Like it's all about the way you feel for me.
Yeah.
The way you feel inside yourself. Like can't nobody else make you feel good about yourself if you're not good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if your self-confidence is not up there, can't nobody else make you feel good
Say that
about
one,
yourself.
Priscilla.
Right.
Bars. Come on with the bars.
Self-love.
Yes.
Absolutely
Say
right.
that one. So just explain what exactly is Curvy Her.
So Curvy Her is a faja and shapewear line. And like I said, it's just to build confidence with women body. You know, I actually Curvy Her was
Not
actually
being funny. Mm-hmm. Tell her exactly what faja is.
Okay, so faja is like
no, because people just be like,
no, because Dana was supposed to
like this.
Wait, hold on. I got on my shapewear. What
Okay,
you talking
Dana
about?
was supposed to
She
be
got the Curvy Her on.
Right,
Yeah.
right, hello. Snatch,
Yes.
Curvy Her. I mean, it's just body shapers, fajas, and you know, it did like a lot of people think like it just started with like, you know, the whole having surgery and stuff like that. But women have been wearing girdles.
That's a fact.
I
don't know why they don't realize everything comes back around.
Flips
Nothing
and
new
all
under the
that.
sun.
Like, you know, even like when I had my first kid and like I was outside like maybe like a week later, my mom was like, "Wait, no, you're not supposed to go outside. You're supposed to be wrapped up. Your stomach's supposed to be like
They
not
play the
you know,
game.
right?
They was fancy
So,
that
and that just shaped, you know, the woman
Yeah.
body, the curves, like it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not enhance it? Why not sell something?
Love
So
it.
it's pretty much just the body shape. You know, I have it on too.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
snatching the
See
waist.
it. Snatch the waist, honey.
I gotta get
We
you
are
one. I
confident.
definitely gotta get
We
you one.
are confident. Love to see it. Love to see it. I love that she's wearing one as well, and that's how you do it. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna
We
ask my
represent each
question.
other all
Yeah,
the time.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Dana answer the question as well. But this is what it's about. You know, iron sharpens iron. Women need to be supporting one another. There's so much room for us to be confident, not hate on each other, not worry about who making what in their bag. Everybody could win.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you do this right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That's
sisterhood.
I'm gonna say that right there.
Because you
Go ahead,
know what,
Dana.
you don't find that in everybody because I met Priscilla through Chini.
Okay.
And Chini's my close friend, and then Priscilla became my close friend, and we're like a team.
Yes.
And
See,
we
we didn't even
motivate each
plan this.
other.
We didn't even plan that.
No, seriously, we motivate each other.
Right.
It's friendly competition sometimes. It's just a lot of growing with them, and you don't find this in friends. Seriously, like I'm not trying to be funny. You don't find
We
this.
love
What I
you,
found in
Dana.
them is a lot, and you know, I don't mean to bring this up again, but my mom, since my mom died, like these two,
You can say
I've been like really
you don't
close
have to
with them.
apologize.
Especially like they motivate me every morning. Dana, come on, what you doing? Let's go. What you doing today? What's let's be productive today. What we doing? What's on the agenda? How's the kids? How's the business? Like what's going on? And you don't find that in friends.
Right.
And sometimes you really need that.
You need it.
You need it.
Especially as a
Yes.
mom,
Yes.
especially as
We're gonna
Because
have
it
this
is
one.
as a lot of different things. You need a good team.
Got you.
It starts with a good foundation.
Absolutely.
Right.
Listen,
So
that when they say the village, when they say the support system, that thing will
Mhm.
make or break you. Okay,
Yes,
so
it
thank you
does.
so much for sharing that. So when it comes to tell us what you do and
So I just started a little small business called Diamond Relaxation Massage and Spa. As of right now, I'm mobile. I come to you. It basically caters to someone that's either hardworking or needs relaxation or needs to de-stress. Any type of situation that you have that you just want to like come to me and just let me just touch your body. Not in the bad. I'm not saying like that in the bad, but like that. But give you that type
Yes.
of vibration that's gonna allow your body to relax. And when your body relaxes and you're in that state of basically resting and relaxing, your body is healing. So that's what I'm looking to do for people is to heal your inner body because beauty starts within.
say it,
Yes.
say that.
And just I promote relaxation, I promote beauty and health,
Yeah,
and I promote everyone getting up and just being the best that you can be every day.
love to see it. Love to see
Yes.
it. Love to hear it. Love that. Love that. All right, so food. Who doesn't love food? Yeah, I love me some food. Like, confidence
Yes.
through how you're shaped. The women, we be child, we got.
Listen.
Woo! It'd be a lot going on. Relaxation. So this is from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really want you guys to tap into. First of all, we can go down the line. Reference to, your situation with your children. How many children do you have? Each share one living situation or whatever, and how you navigate. I would like for each of you to share that. In whatever way.
Okay. My name is Chef Chini, and I just had a baby girl. She's a year old.
Congratulations!
Well, a year ago, but thank you so much.
2 seconds ago.
My life has been a little rough since I've had her because it was so hard to adjust to being a mom, a businesswoman, working, like doing everything all in one. But I have a big support system. I have a wife; she helps me out 100%. My family, they're very supportive. My mom lives pretty far, but we take turns with the baby. I'm busy 24/7. My daughter's there with me. I put in her high chair. I'm in the kitchen cooking. When I go to work, sometimes I take her with me because the type of job I have, sometimes she's not with me. But overall,
Wait, so you have Chef Chini.
Yes.
You're catering.
Yes.
And then you have another
Yeah, I work.
entity
Yes.
at a place.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can bring a baby.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is,
That's
I really don't want everybody to know like what
I'm
I do,
sorry.
for a living. But I'm just saying in general that I work, I have my catering company, and I also am a full-time mom.
Right.
So
That's definitely full time.
Yes. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm doing.
Mhm.
Like today, even getting here was kind of hard, but I said, you know what? God is with me. Let me just go,
Let's go.
prepare the food, and do what I gotta do.
Let's go. All right, same question, Priscilla.
So I have 2 kids. I have a 14-year-old girl and a 5-year-old boy. I have 2 businesses actually. I have a boutique in Jamaica. Okay, it's a clothing store.
What's one?
I love
Yeah.
Jamaica. I'm just saying, I love Jamaica. Jamaica is
Yes.
a vibe.
So I have a boutique in Jamaica, and then I have the Curvy her here. I'm also a full-time student.
What are you taking up?
I'm doing education.
Yes.
And I also work full-time. I have a full-time job. I work from home though.
Okay.
So it's a little bit easier with the kids, but then it's a lot also because being at home and trying to stay focused on my actual 9 to 5
Right.
while trying to juggle 2 businesses at the same time and 2 kids. My bigger girl, she's pretty calm, so she don't give me a lot of trouble. But like my son, it's a lot, back and forth.
Teamwork,
I gotta be
Different
every
energy.
second. I gotta be doing a lot. It's a struggle, but I feel like I find balance on me because at the end of the day, it is my kids, and I only want what's best for them. So I know if I'm working 3 jobs, the reason why I'm doing 3 jobs is because I'm trying to build a better life for them. So even though I'm tired or I want to sleep, I'm hungry, I'm this, they always gonna come first. But school, been tough as hell.
But you doing it. But you are
balancing it.
doing
But I'm
it.
trying. I'm
No,
trying.
you're doing it. You're doing it.
I have these girls also. I have family. You know, I have a lot of support. Just like, you know, I also have like a friend, like every time I feel like giving up on school, she's like, girl, I got you. You know, like, but I say a lot of support helps.
Yeah.
Because even though, you know, I could be a strong woman and take on a lot by myself, like there are times that I'm not always strong and I need somebody. So having family and support and, you know, just someone, my girls, like it helped me get through a lot.
Love that. But I'm gonna tap into that, you know, after Dana answers the same question in reference to, you know, the strong Black woman, you know, this thing we have going on.
We're like superheroes.
Yeah. So what I was gonna ask was, do you have a significant other? I know you were married. You said.
I do. Yeah. Actually, Curvy is like his baby.
Okay.
And he just gave it to
We
me.
love to see it.
But, but we looking for a meek right now. I'm sorry, boo. You got your credit. You got your credit.
At least you gave it to him.
Right?
Listen, the facts though.
Let's see.
Stuff going on. So same question, Dana. So how do you navigate, you know, having children? How many children do you have?
Yes,
She's a single mom.
I'm
I
the
just wanna say
single
that.
mom out of everybody. I'm single. I'm dating.
She said, "We plug this in real quick."
Hello.
We plug this in real quick. So how
My
do
number
you-
on the
how
back
do
of
you
business
navigate?
card.
So how do you navigate? You know, because you're also in school.
Yes,
too.
I have
Yeah.
3 kids. My kids are 7, 8, and 9. I work overnight full time in the hospital, which I actually got into the hospital during the pandemic. During COVID, I felt like, oh wow, like I want to help.
Wow.
Like I'm the type of person, like I always want to do more.
I love that.
Like I like to get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
So I like to jump in. I'm like a hands-on person. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not just gonna sit home and collect unemployment during COVID. I want to get my hands dirty. I want to go out there. I want to help people because I feel like what you give into the universe, you're gonna get back.
Say that one.
So I feel like my karma's good. My kids' karma's gonna be good as long as I do what's best. So I hopped in hospital, Northwell. I work full time there. Full time.
Now, what do you do?
I do the telemonitors.
Okay.
I work on the telescore. You have to rotate.
Right.
And then also I go to school from 5 to 10. I kind of got motivated to go back to school. I actually have my bachelor's in communication for broadcast. But during COVID, I had got kind of motivated to go back to school to be a nurse. So I do that full time working, and I'm full time mom. And then back January, I had the idea of opening my spa because my sister, she was like basically my inspiration for it because she did this back in the days.
Oh, really?
Yes, my sister
Wow.
graduated from NYC Institution of Technology for massage therapist back in I think about maybe like 2010, I want to say. And she always did the massages in the house, and she always teach me, and you know, it was kind of like a family thing.
Right.
So I used to do massages all the time, you know, like privately, and everybody used to be like, "Yo, you're like so great at this. Like, why don't you pursue this as a career?" And I'm like, "No." I kind of got like discouraged. I'm like, it's my sister thing. I don't want to take it from her.
Gotcha.
But then I asked her, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of thinking about starting a family business again, the massage therapist. She was like, well, you know, maybe, but you're not me. And I'm like, okay, I'm not you, but I'm me.
I'm me. Love it.
So I consulted with my sister because, like I said, she was inspiration for it. And I started up in January, and then I really wasn't like going full throttle with it. Who pushed me to go full throttle with it was Chini.
Yes.
So she like, no, come on, you can't sit on your idea, you can't sit on your business. Like, let's go. Like, I know you got a lot of things going on, but let's go, Dana. Like, what are you doing? Like, we can do it all.
Yes, you can.
And she's a do it all.
Yes.
Love that.
So she like,
like mad income.
yes.
She got 10 million
Yes.
now.
It's all about taking care of them babies. Like, we gotta take care of them babies.
The
Let's go.
hustle and the drive is like,
Yes.
and I think that's what makes us all connect so well.
Yeah.
It's
And we
like,
love that about you too.
we're like, come on, what we doing next? What we doing next? And we always be like, girl, we should do this. Oh, we should do
Yes.
that.
That's our
It'd
whole
be crazy,
conversation.
like the stuff that be coming up.
And we be tired. So we be tired.
You know, honestly.
Just even on that note, I, you know, tap into, you know, how important your surroundings is.
Yes.
Because that's what people need to understand. I feel like you guys are gonna be so inspiring to people because people do have gifts and they're like this. I don't really know what to do because they don't have people saying, you better go do that. The secretary just asked me to go to last time and you stopped doing it. I didn't know what happened. They need that. So, maybe like tap into how important it is.
A lot of people are just scared to fail.
Yes.
That's what it is.
But people be scared to win too.
Oh yeah,
because it comes with responsibility.
And a lot of
some people be afraid to actually succeed.
And it comes with change.
Yes,
change.
Absolutely.
And these ladies don't know they inspire me too because they're in school. And I went to school for a little bit, but I never graduated college. And they're like, oh my God, on their A game, especially Dana and Dana, I mean, Priscilla too. But Dana is like so super motivated.
Yeah.
Like 3 kids, working, school.
No excuse zone.
No excuse, doing her own business. It's like, oh my God. And then Priscilla's in school like, Chini, you better do it, girl. I'm telling you, like, you surround yourself with greatness, do it.
Then mind you, she run the business all the way in Jamaica.
Yes.
Right.
She run the business all the way in Jamaica.
From here.
Here.
And then she goes back and forth.
Yes.
So
she just came back.
She
like, so inspiring.
She's
like, no, like, what's so funny is that each one of us think that we're, like, I look at her like Supermom, I look at her like Supermom.
I look at you like
so it's like, we look at each other like,
yes.
It's more like each one teach one.
That's what it listen, that's what it needs to be more of, my sister's doing her.
Yeah, I love it because it's no like it's no competition. It's like we all can win.
Yes, we
all can win.
So what goes on? I know you have an older kid. Yeah. What do the kids say about mom? Because my son, like, he be like, my mother is what he's doing today. My kids be like, what do they say?
My kids be like, well, when we get in buying a big house.
My son.
That's how my kids is. They be like, well, did you get a bag today, Mom? Could we go shopping? My kids is about the money. They like, well, what can we get today?
I love it.
My baby just be looking at me.
Right,
she can't talk, but I know she like, Mom.
I'm sorry.
My boy be ready for everything. He want everything.
Right?
He want trips. He want hotels. He want everything. My daughter's pretty calm though. She's like really
Cool.
quiet. Extremely quiet and calm.
Aww.
The opposite.
She's a sweetheart.
I love that. See, I can relate, to Chini earlier when she was saying, being from the project or whatever, she's cooking all that stuff. You tap into certain things when you're in certain environments. So do you feel like, because now you're doing things you love to do, people know who you are, you're on social media, you have the business and stuff like that. Do you feel like your mindset is kind of changed in reference to other people you used to know? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Being for the project, sometimes it can be a little negative, but you still trying to push to do your own thing. So now that you are doing your thing, you feel like the mindset is different.
Because I feel like we had that conversation. Because I would say to her, like, she would hang out with other people. And I'm like, I told her not too long ago, I'm like, I love that you are with us more. Because even before, like, she likes to be outside. She likes to be outside. So, like, the company, like, she would keep it. I'm not saying anyone directly. But, like, those were the kind of people that like to be outside, too. But now, like, we all, doing stuff and having our pop-up coming and stuff like that. So now we communicate more.
Yeah.
Her idea and her mentality has changed. So now it's like, I don't know. Like, I think I'm going to go back to school. Or I'm going to stay in with the baby. Like, that's
I have a business. I'm running a business. That's how I meet people. She don't understand my outside lifestyle because she's
it's like
hers is different.
Online and
I
get that
yeah,
part. Okay.
She don't understand. And also about the food, like you were saying, from the projects and everything. People love my food, and that's like a passion now.
Yeah.
So it's more of I make money from it because I have a catering company, but I'm more so love to feed people because they love my food.
It's a passion. It's a passion.
But as far as going outside, I was into a lot of different things. I was like,
still like outside.
I was acting like she don't like it no more.
No.
She's like, I like being outside, but I'm still taking care of my business.
Yes,
right?
at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
marketing.
What's your thing, Dana? Do you feel like, or can you share if you have an experience where you're so focused on doing for your children, being a positive role model, doing your businesses, leveling up, that you've had to realize, like, I'm different now. I can't do or be around the other things I used to be around.
I don't want to say different. I want to say growing.
Okay. Growing is so different.
Yeah, it is, but I don't want to, like, put anyone down that I used to be with, or anyone in my environment. So I'm just gonna say I'm growing and I'm outgrowing my surroundings.
Yeah.
Because I want to be around like-minded people.
Absolutely.
And I need to learn.
Right.
Because being around people that's just outside want to party and drink or smoke, I'm not learning from y'all.
Right.
Because I need to learn how to market, how to advertise.
Right.
Where can I invest my money? Who can I talk to? I need to learn.
Right.
And I need to be around people that's maybe more knowledgeable than me.
That's in those particular areas you want to get
so,
into.
Right.
Yeah, so you gotta walk the same walk with the same people you want to be like.
Right.
Not really be like, but you going in that direction.
You're going that same direction.
So that's why I'm married now.
Gotcha.
And even like I live in the hood. So when I go outside, it's like, a lot of like ghetto-ness. And I just be like, oh my God, like I'm just so over this. Like this is not what I
You
want
want more.
around.
Yeah.
And I want more. And now that I'm just growing and growing and growing, and I'm like, I got it. I got it. Yeah, I got
It's
it.
Yes.
It's time.
That's what I was gonna ask also about, how you feel in reference to environment. Maybe we're talking downstairs or whatever about that. Just being in a certain spot where I'm not gonna have my kids not gonna know nothing about this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what I went through or whatever. This is where I grew up, but they're not gonna know nothing about it. They're gonna work hard. They don't have to know anything about it. So is that kind of like the energy you guys have when it comes to
Yes.
that's
what motivates all of us.
and
Definitely.
that's it.
Definitely. Because
Yes.
like no one wants their kids to ever go through a struggle that they went through.
Yeah.
And I know I've had that conversation with someone before, and they told me like, oh, but if they don't struggle, they're not gonna appreciate things. And I'm like,
I
no,
they
don't have to
I don't like that. I think it's
struggle.
weird.
Right.
Yeah, like
To
someone
me, a
told me
defeated
that.
person made that up.
Right.
So they can feel okay. No, real talk.
It's
Like,
true.
Why do I ever
They
have to
defeated.
struggle?
They were suppressing
like
how they
no.
felt and
Yeah.
try to make they self. They
Yeah.
try to reflect on something different to make they
And thank you for
feel
bringing that.
better.
Let me say this because just to tap into because I understand what you're saying when you say I don't want anybody to feel bad, but at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta make decisions that's gonna make you feel okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make you feel okay. Make you feel okay about what kind of mom you are, what kind of wife you are, what kind of significant other you are, because you're trying to progress in your life. So, what are some of the things you could tell? In particular, our mothers who work in business. What can you share to say that has kept you where you're like, this pulls on me sometimes, or I battle with depression sometimes, but I always get to a place and I'm just like, kick back in. Like, what is that thing for you?
Well, me personally, I saw where I was, and when the pandemic happened, I kind of like slowed down, and that kind of motivates me a lot because I was doing so much in my life. Like my life.
What's that mean?
Like I was really moving and grooving. Like I was really on a different.
You mean out in the streets?
Outside.
No, I don't mean outside.
Wait, what you mean?
Like I was working for Fun Flex, for instance. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
was
that.
professional.
Okay.
I was on a different level. I had my own radio show. I was here,
You were
and
shaking
then
out.
I was doing a lot, and I feel like I kind of fell back from everything to figure out who I wanted to be.
Yes,
I wanted
Chini.
to know, like, is radio for me? Is this what I want to do? I had to tap into me and to myself to see where I was, and that motivates me a lot. Like when I get depressed and I feel like giving up, I'm like, you know what, Chini, you done interviewed the top of the top. You done been around the biggest celebrities. I was at Kanye West listening party with Kim Kardashian. Like I was in the building. I went so far in life for me to just like pause. So every time I feel like I can't do this, I'm like, you know what, Chini, you could do it. You can keep going.
Yes, the heck
It's nothing you can't
Got
do.
it.
And I just want to go further in life.
Love that. Love
For
that.
real.
For me, it's really, and it's so cliche, but it's really just peace for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, everybody's
My
always
hands
saying
down.
like, oh,
That
I
is
want
me
peace, and
right
peace, but I am so serious.
Love it.
Like, if that's the main thing that happens. So anytime I'm bugging out, I'm just like, no, I just want to be peaceful. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't want no discomfort. Like, I just want love, peace, drama free. Period. Like that's it. So anytime, like I used to, at one point I used to suffer from like anxiety. Like I just like go off, panic attacks, all that.
Wow.
And it's like I really had to get into myself, take myself away from everybody, even like my kids, my man, take myself away from everybody. I had like this big walk-in closet. I used to go there all the time, be by myself. The kids would know like mommy's in her closet, do not bother her. And I'll go in there and I'll just, like
meditate,
my own vibe, be by myself. My little or whatever. And just like
Right.
get into my
Get
inner
it together.
peace. Because at the end of the day, like I can't do nothing if I'm not peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
At
Yeah,
all.
Come on, Priscilla.
right.
Come on, Priscilla.
That's
with the
what I'm
bars.
working on right now.
Let's
I'm
go.
still working on it because nobody's perfect
Right.
at all. Every now and then I'm like, somebody,
But somebody needs to hear that. That's real
But
life.
yeah,
That's real life. And
that's
things
it.
go in
That's
waves.
my number one priority.
Love
Like
that.
if I don't have peace, I can't be good to my kids. I can't be good to my man. I can't be good to my family. I can't be good to my
yourself.
business or myself.
Yeah.
So I gotta. That's my number one priority. And whenever I feel like I'm losing focus, I gotta remember like, yo, get your mind right.
Love that. What about you, Zane?
For me, I'm not gonna lie, like my regrouping myself because sometimes I have bad days. I feel like giving up. I be like, oh my god, it's too much trying to be a single mother, going to school, take care of these kids. I gotta work 11 to 7, come home, take a shower, cook breakfast, try to get everybody take a shower, clean up, let's do this, let's do that. By the time I'm laying down, it's almost 11, 12 o'clock, it's time to get back up. And sometimes I want to give up, but then I'm like, I look at them and I'll be like, how can I give up when I got these 2 beautiful kids and they rely on me and they don't have nobody else but me. So who am I to give up?
Right.
So I look at them, I go take me a shower, I might take me a nap, regroup, refreshing because sleep is good for your body.
Absolutely.
I wake up rejuvenated and it's just like, let's go. I'm living for them.
I got it.
So that's what I do.
So
I
now-
take a look at my kids.
But now, let me ask you this because, and I'm writing a book about this, so I definitely would love to you guys to give your take on it. And I'm just saying this because I might get backlash. It's fine. It's fine. I feel that women carry so much, right?
We do.
And we convince ourselves that we're supposed to.
Oh,
We
yeah.
convince ourselves that it's fine,
Mhm.
and a lot of times it's not. So, have you ever been in a position where you're like, okay, I'm so used to being Superwoman, I'm so used to doing A, B, and C, but I realize that I gotta pull back, and it's not gonna matter what other people think about it. That's like, okay, you're saying you're in school, you're working at whatever hours, and then you're doing your actual business.
I had that issue before. Like
Okay,
I
sure.
was because I used to take care of my mom, take care of the kids, work, and then that time I had a boyfriend. I was trying to be Superwoman for him, kids, everything, and I was having this goes with health. I kept having bad stomach aches, and I wasn't paying attention to it.
Right.
I was still working hard, just ignoring my health issues because everybody else came first around me. So this is just to say, we sometimes have to take that because you can't take care of nobody else around you. Let's take care of yourself. So me, I was just running for everybody else. And actually it was Christmas of 2019. And I think I had stomach pains for a whole month and I just ignored it. Stomach pains, back pain, shoulders pain. My body was just hurting.
Right.
But Christmas was coming up. I had to make sure my kids had Christmas gifts. I couldn't call out. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
So I had to work, take care of the kids, take care of the house, take care of my mom, take care of everybody. And I just collapsed Christmas. I was cooking.
At work?
No, I was cooking Christmas dinner. Mind you, I worked 11 to 7 that day. Came home. Everybody in my family I gotta cook for them. Nobody they're like, oh, Dana fine, Dana Superwoman. She can cook. She just got doing 8 hours, but it's okay. Let her go.
Wow.
She can cook a turkey. She can cook a ham. She can cook everything. She's all right. And take care of the kids at the same time.
Like, if you like that.
And give my mom her medicine, do everything. It's all right. Dana got it. Dana got it. That's how. No, but seriously, that's how people look at us sometimes.
No.
And it's like Dana got it. She all right. And I was really cooking Christmas dinner, hurting. My body was hurting so bad. And I got done cooking. After all my family members, I'm like, y'all coming over. I think everybody came over and was eating. And I was like, I'm just gonna get in the shower. Girl, I got in the shower, got out and relaxed. My gallbladder. I was having gas pains, yes, girl, my body was hurting. And I have a high tolerance of pain because of that.
Yeah.
Because when you're a mom, we don't have
We just
time.
keep
We
moving.
don't have
We
sick
keep moving.
days.
We just keep
We don't
moving.
have sick
Yeah.
days. We have naps.
Mhm.
We have power naps.
Power naps.
You go take that shower, you take a little nap, you back on your mission. And sometimes we have to stop and say, you know what? We have to reflect on our health,
Yes.
our happiness, our
Yes.
peace.
Yes.
Because we can't take care of these kids
Right.
and be there for nobody else if we're not taking care of ourselves.
Facts.
And we're not happy. And we're
So
not
now-
there.
Now let me ask you this: you went through that because that was trauma, child.
It was.
That was trauma. If the kids had to be there, that means they know mommy passed out. You know what I'm saying?
Girl,
Mommy went through something
I had to
like
drive my own stuff to the hospital because nobody believed I was hurt. They was like, girl, you'll be all right. Get up. I promise you. They was like, girl, you're right. Everybody think I'm Superwoman. So they're like, girl, you be good.
So this is
Can
gonna
we
be my
finish
this
the
is gonna be
turkey?
my this is gonna be my question to you because I'm gonna go through the answer, you know, that as well. But my question to you is this: when does it come a thing where you start to teach people how to treat you, where they now get it? Like, no, I'm not Superwoman. I'm not going to be doing 16-hour shifts, coming to clean the kids up, wash them up, and then cook food for y'all. When somebody thinks it's gonna be done before I got here. So when does it get to that point where you done went through something crazy with your health, and now you got to change how you allowing people to treat you? When does that kick in, or has it?
You know what? It kicked in for me last summer. I took a vacation from my job, girl.
Okay.
I took like a 6-month medical leave, and I just was having so much fun. I just felt so good about myself. My skin started getting back nice. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to go back to work. Dana got to come first. Dana got to come first. So I started saying, this not how
So you
it's
started
going.
saying no.
Mm-mm.
That's my
everybody
point.
tolerant.
You understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's my point. What I'm
Everybody
asking.
tolerant.
I went on vacation, girl, and didn't come back no more.
She came back refreshed.
Right.
So now, see,
Yeah, I
this
think
is
that
the question.
everyone's tolerance is different. It's just what you can put up with, you know, because a lot of people would stay in situations where people treat them bad and they'll put up with it for a long time. It's just how much you can take.
Yes.
So a lot of people, it's short, like, you're not going to play with me the first
Right.
time.
Right.
You know, for some people, just like, all right, I'm going to give you another chance. Maybe we could try again. Maybe you come back there.
So what is it for you though? You
For
being
me,
the business owner in Jamaica, the business owner here in America. You got your 14-year-old. You got your, you said he 8, 5, and you got to command your peace. So is it a thing where you're like, listen, certain things going on that ain't happening?
Yeah.
Have you had to do that, and when was that?
For me, I feel like it's maybe like within the last year.
Okay.
I've grown to know myself better and tap in with me more. I'm more calm. I'm more relaxed. I don't let nothing take me out of my element no more.
Right.
And I was easy to step out of it. Like, you know, I even had discussions with other people like, how do I control my anger or just like spazzing out? Because for me, that was it. I always feel like you're trying to play me.
Right.
And that irritates me. Like, stop trying to play me. So for me, it was like I lashed out
Like
really,
that.
really fast.
Like 0 to 100 real
Yeah,
quick.
but then, you know, I had my kids, and what happened was I felt like after a while, I didn't even care where I lashed out. Like, if you come at me and I have my kids with me, I'm still lashing out at you. Because then in my mentality, it's like, you're not going to play me from my kids.
Right.
So now, but I'm not looking, my kids over here scared. Like, my mom
You
and
gotta
I
do
had
something
to
different.
realize, like, I got to check for them too. Like, you know, so sometimes I have to walk away from situations, and that's what it is. Walking away from things that I know don't serve no purpose.
Right.
Come on, Priscilla with the bars.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard sometimes though to, like, you know, let people go. But if it's not good for you, you just gotta do it.
Right.
I want to hear
You just
that,
gotta do it.
Chini.
It's like a sacrifice
Yeah.
for greater good.
Yes.
So go ahead.
So with me, it was just basically having my baby. You know, because before I had her, I was just like a people's person, like to please everybody. But I really just have to like focus on her and me. You know, she's looking up to me. She's a baby, she's still my little baby. I keep saying a baby, but she's a toddler. She's 1 year old. I just had a situation recently where me and one of my close homegirls stopped speaking for something so silly, I don't know. And then we were doing our pop-up shop, and she called me like, "Hey, Chini, I miss you." And I was like, "Hey, I miss you too." She's like, "Chini, can you make me?" She gave me a whole menu. This was recently, like a week ago.
Saturday.
And I had called Dana, and I was like, "Dana,
Not me.
And Dana gave me some
I was
advice.
like, don't do nothing.
She be so annoyed when you ask her a question. She be like, "Well, if it was, just don't do it."
Yeah.
Dana, do me a favor. Just click that off.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think this thing is still on.
So, you know, Dana gave me some advice and stuff, and Priscilla gave me advice. My wife gave me advice, but I just really sat there and I had to really like think about it. And I thought about everything. I said, listen, I have a business to run. I have a child to take care of. I have things to do. I have my personal life. I had so many events to do that week.
Yeah.
Everybody booked me for a catering event. So she was my friend. So I was trying my best to like accommodate her because she had a lot going on with her life and her personal life. So I felt bad and I was like, dag, y'all, you know, maybe I could fit her in. But I had to tell myself, you know what, Chini, it's too much. You know what, it's time to say no. It's time for me to just say, you know what, do what you got to do, but I can't please everybody.
That's the one.
You know,
That's the one. Good for you.
I was so proud of you.
Yeah,
Girl, I was so
I'm like,
I was trying to
She
do
was
it.
still trying to do it. And she comes,
Because I have a good heart, and everybody knows that. Like I'm
She
really
must have told
a
you
nice.
after she called me because I said,
I'm such a people's not pleaser, but I was like a person that like I'm a real giving person, and I'll do anything for my friends, my loved ones, but it's time for me to just say no.
It's your time.
It's my
It's your time, period. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. It's your time.
That's it.
Like, it's your time. So now let me ask you this, because I didn't really tap into, with time, I didn't really tap into your childhood as much, but do you think the people pleasing thing, you think that's something that happened from growing up?
I get it from my mom. My mom is such a sweetheart, like the sweetest person in the world.
Okay.
And it's just like embedded in me. Like I don't know, I get it from her. If you meet my mom, she's such a loving, genuine person. If you come to her house, she's like real welcoming, warming. You need a cover, you need a blanket, she'll cook for you. And I'm like that too. And being that I grew up in the projects, a lot of people wasn't like that. And they looked at me like, she's too nice. Oh my God. Like you come to my house and give you towels while I go cooking breakfast and stuff. They like, it's just in me. But it's time for me to put my feet down because it's about me, my child, my business, my wife, my life. It's everything else.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Love to hear it. So same question, kind of, sort of, in reference to your growing up situation. I know you mentioned, 0 to 100 real quick. Is that something that came from? Because in my head, you like, I've always been beautiful. People always complimented me. Where would the anger part come from? Is it because you like, listen, I'm bad, so don't ever try to play me?
No.
Is that what it's been since you was a kid, or what?
Well, I think that goes like really, really far back, which is what the whole piece and all this comes from now. It's like I had to go back and be like, it's all right, like you can let that go. You know what I'm saying? But when I was younger, my mom actually, we lived in Jamaica actually when I was like really young. So she moved here. She left me with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to come like later on. And I wasn't like the other little girls that had their mom with them all the time.
Gotcha.
So, and then I had to end up like stay with my grandmother when my dad had to do things. So it was like I was like shifting around a little bit. And that made me, I think as a child, I didn't know that I was upset or that I was angry. And even as a teen, I didn't know. But it's like when I hit like a grown woman, I'm like, nah, I was hurt, man. Like that did hurt me. Like I didn't like that. And then like now when I would tell my mom, like, older people don't like to take
Ownership.
Yeah.
You better say that one, Priscilla.
Yeah. And I love my mom. Mom's like my best friend. But when I would say, like, try to bring out things like, Mom, when I was young, I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, when I was a perfect mom then. You trying to say I wasn't a good mom. I did everything. I was busting my ass. And I'm like, it's not that. Like, I appreciate all that. But maybe she could be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that
at this
goes
age.
a long way. So I feel like with me, that's what it was. The minute I felt like you coming at me or you doing something, it's like,
yeah.
I'm defensive. I was real defensive because I felt like I'm always having to defend for myself.
Right.
And then I realized like I'm not alone. Like now I'm like I'm not alone. Like I have friends, I have family, I have my kids. I have people around me that love me, and that's where I'm at now. Like
I love that. What about you, Dana? What some of the things that you have going on in reference to being a mom and being a business owner? Do you think some of the personality that you had growing up, it affects that? Even like with the question I asked.
No, because I feel like being a mom changed me. Because I was not always patient. I was not always welcoming to anybody's opinion. Anybody that know me, they be like, "Oh, she did a whole 360."
Like from
I was very selfish. I was like very.
Were you?
What? I was the baby, so like I got what I wanted. Everybody else was grown. They had their jobs. They took care of themselves. My mom like just focused on me.
What was the age gap?
My older sister is 13 years older than me. My other sister's 9, and then my brother's 6 years older than me. I was like me. Hey, me, and I think it goes. Since we want to tap into like childhood, whatever, in the relationships, I'm very needy. I need attention because I'm used to my mom giving me attention. My kids, everything, all eyes on me. So like, if they're not all eyes on me, it's like
confusing,
right?
Like something wrong with you. What's wrong with you?
I'm like a little baby. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm here.
I need attention. Like I love attention.
Right.
So like, if I don't get it, I'll be like,
she's like, what is that?
Yeah. So that's like one of my little characteristics as an adult. That's like still need help, attention.
Have you guys ever had to deal with like feeling like as a business owner you're not taken seriously because you're a woman or because of your beauty?
Yes, because right now doing massages, so people call me.
About that.
Yes, people call me and they be like, "What's will come with a happy ending?" And I be like, "No, it doesn't."
Not asking straight out.
Yes, they do. They like, I'll be like, "I'll extra $25 and get you a feet massage. That would be a happy ending."
Not
But
actually asking.
no, people ask me.
I think
they
it's a sex
different
appeal.
They
She's
like-
she's very sexy.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You flat out ask somebody that you're a
Yes.
different breed.
They ask me, white men, black men, all races. They be like, "Well, do it come with a happy ending?" And I be like,
Who asked this question? I'm
What?
crazy. That's insane.
We were just talking about
Nah,
that.
y'all gotta get it together.
"Wasn't we just?"
But that
we
also,
just talking
and
about
that also ties in. I'll ask this question later, but that also ties into just how we are treated. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Who asked somebody that?
And sometimes I'll be wanting to ask people that pull me. I'll be like, "Well, would you?" I mean, no offense to any races or whatever. Because I'm mixed, a lot of mixed.
Not
But I'll be wanting to say like, if I was white,
right.
would y'all ask me that?
Probably
Right.
But yeah,
They probably the black men probably.
listen, we're gonna just get past it. Just tell them no and keep it pushing. Like, cause you can't.
I'll be like, no. I'll be like, I'm
That
very
bugged me out.
professional. No,
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't even know what you mean by happy ending.
Right.
All of my customers are happy.
So what about
after
you?
ending.
Have you ever had to deal with like a person maybe looking at you like she ain't no real business owner? You know what I'm saying? She cute though. Like, have you ever had to deal with her?
As far as with Curvy, not really, because it's brand new still, you know. But my business in Jamaica, my store, yeah, the men they don't really give you as much respect. Like even like I have like an actual store.
Okay.
So
what's in the store?
it's women clothing, men clothing, women and men clothing. It's a boutique. It's a physical store, so I don't do online.
Right.
Because it's all the way in Jamaica, so I don't really do online. And a lot of times they'll really come in here and be like they'll pick up a shirt. How much is this shirt? And the tag is on it, but you like
Exactly.
They're like, oh, say you like $10. Can I get it for $5?
See?
Why?
That's the
Why?
same thing.
Why?
Right.
Why must you come into my store with a tag on the clothes
Understand.
and ask it for less than what it is? But then you're gonna go to the Chinese people that's selling, or the other race, or whoever else is selling, and you're gonna pay full
You
price.
gonna pay it and
You don't
not
got a
ask a
problem.
question.
You're not even gonna
ask a
ask.
question.
You're gonna walk up there and you're gonna just pay it. Why you can't
And you
give me
gonna
that?
That's the
happy
same
to
thing
pay.
with the food.
And you gonna be
It's the
happy.
same thing
So
with the
yeah, now
business.
you were specifically. I want to understand. I definitely want your intake because, and this, I'm gonna say this because it frustrated me. I ain't gonna told you I love food chat. So, a male chef said the weirdest thing on social media one day. I'll tell you what. And it was basically like somebody invited me to a pop-up shop, and they feel some type of way that I didn't promote it. Like, why would I do that? You only got this amount of people coming to your shop, coming to the pop-up. Most of them probably coming for me, so why do I have to promote it?
Oh no.
And I was like, I don't understand. I said, wait,
understand
didn't you start from the bottom?
Yeah, I don't
Like, didn't you have
Right.
to start your business? Didn't you have to taste your food,
Right.
like
Right.
it, spread the word? You probably had to get free food or whatever like that.
Everyone's on their
So
own journey.
what is
Everyone's
that
on
energy
something.
about? Do you have to deal with stuff like, people look at you like, oh, she a female, she can't cook that well, or what are some of the things you have to deal with being
I
a
just have-
female chef?
I just have
Chefs.
to mostly deal with people. You really charge that much? I gotta pay that much for delivery. I gotta do this. It's like more the price. But I mostly deal with seafood.
Mhm.
And seafood is expensive.
Yes, it's expensive. But all the food is expensive right
Right,
now. Let's be clear.
everything.
Oxtails came and found them.
Right.
Like, it's crazy right now.
So people don't understand my pricing, and it's not even that crazy, but I'm always getting that. But it's mostly from people that I know.
That you know.
Yeah. People I don't know, it's no
Yeah.
problem. But that's just basically the main thing. I never really ever honestly had anyone say, "Oh, that's nasty."
Thank
Like
you.
I've never really had that.
Right.
I always, maybe behind my back, I never heard it.
Right.
But to me, I've heard mostly, hey, let me get such and such and such. I tell them how much it costs. Is the problem.
It's a whole discussion.
Yeah, and
I get it.
and I really go out there as a chef. You have to go to the store, purchase the food, prepare the food, cook the food. I'm doing
position.
everything. So that's services.
Yes.
So if I'm charging you $40 for a seafood pan, I'm actually sitting here cooking the pan, paying for the food. That's a whole bunch of
Production.
time, production, and I'm just charging you $40. I'm not charging you for you know, and it's different from a restaurant.
Right.
A restaurant, they have insurance, they have, you know, if they charge a certain price, it's different. They have different chefs in there.
Right.
You have the person that's serving you the food. It's a whole, and everybody's getting paid. But it's just little old me, big old me, trying to, you know, build it all. Yeah, bitch.
Not the little one.
Right. Just me by myself doing everything. And
your price is your price. Though.
My price is my price. But that's basically the only problem as a chef. And also, we never get really tipped. If you go to a pop-up shop or you go places or anywhere you go, people get tipped. As a chef, they feel like, oh, well, I just paid her for that.
Gotcha.
You know, and that to me,
think about that
yeah, it's like we really take time to do what we do as a service as well. And, you know, when I go to the beauty parlor, the hair salon, anywhere I go, I tip people, no matter where I go. But as a chef, you hardly hear that, you know, and it's like, that's the only little... Yeah.
Now think about it, because I have
I feel like that food was good as hell.
Because you want to be looking at a person like this, what you would want, how you want to be treated if it was your business.
Yeah, like
that's how you should.
When you go to a restaurant, you have the person that make the food, and then you also have the waiter. So you're gonna tip the waiter for serving you your food. I'm serving you your food. I'm cooking your food. I'm doing everything. I'm everything in one.
Right.
You know. So you know. Shout out to the chefs out there.
Shout out to all the chefs, man. Your price is your price.
Well, if you make me my drink tonight, I'm gonna give her a tip.
Oh my God. Not your customer. Just like with Curvy, it's gonna be somebody else and be like, how much? And that's just not your customer.
Right.
That's the thing with the
especially if you want to get them fitted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like your price is your price. You know what I mean? And so that's what that is.
I've been given advice before from a homegirl of mine. She has a business too. Shout out to Pretty Little Thing. Hey Sarah. But yes, and I remember when I was starting my boutique, I hit her up because she has the whole accessory line, and I was like, you know, just ask us. Like sometimes you don't want to reach out to people because it's like not everybody's gonna give you advice, even when they're selling.
It says no.
Yeah, they don't want to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you my vendor. I'm not gonna tell you where I get my stuff. Right. So I was a little iffy about hitting her up because I'm like, damn, like it's kind of like the same thing. I got jewelry too. I got bags too. I got stuff like that in my store. Maybe she won't want to tell me, but I hit her up, and you know, she was so good. And one advice that stuck with me that she said to me is, don't ever let nobody tell you, like somebody else that's selling clothes tell you, don't sell clothes because it's everybody selling clothes. Right. She was like, every supermarket carries bread.
Oh, my boy Neil.
Everybody still buys
all the bread
from the supermarket.
Everybody's still buying bread. Right. All the bread is right there.
And nobody
worries about nobody.
Exactly. Like, it don't matter if 10 people selling what you selling. You're still gonna stand out. Somebody gonna like you as different.
Yeah. You cannot get caught up.
Gas stations on each corner.
You can't get caught up in who's not doing what.
Right.
You gotta focus on the task at hand. That's your business. That's your piece. You know what I'm saying? In reference to doing your business and keeping it pushing. Every client is not your client. People come to me about shirts all the time. I'm like, yo, that's just not.
Everybody's not good money.
It's not that serious. First of all, if they can't pay $50 for a T-shirt, but they win Gucci, that Gucci must not be real.
Hello.
Right.
So
exactly.
What we doing right now?
You can't pay $40 for a plate.
What we doing right now? You can't pay $40 for that crab legs.
Right.
Something's going on there. Let's keep it up. So, you know, you just have to be focused on, you know, who you are, what your brand is, and do what you're doing. You know what you're doing it for. You got to just.
And people need to be more supportive. You know, Black-owned business. We're all Black-owned business. There's nothing wrong with supporting one another. That's really like a problem in the
community, the Black community.
Yeah,
it's like,
so let me ask you this though. Go ahead.
I was like, I think kind of like our mentality from thievery. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of pit everyone against each other. So we had to like fight. It was like crabs in a barrel.
Yeah.
So I think that mentality still
from our ancestors.
In the Black communities, like everyone just trying to get out and just trying to go far. So they feel like if they share information, is gonna hold them back. It's not holding you back. It's not holding you back. And that's.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But after our pop-up shop, which is September 3rd, I'm coming up this Saturday. It's from 3 to 10. It's in Richmond Hill. What's the address?
I think it's 111-08.
We're gonna share it. We're gonna share the description.
Yeah. Yes. So after our pop-up shop, we wanted to do a brunch and business event to where we can have motivational speakers like you know, come in and, you know, talk to people, talk to small business owners, or talk to women, or talk to men, and, you know, everyone that's just trying to teach that, right? Like, we want to motivate each other. That's our thing. Like, we want to motivate people.
Right.
Like, so now, let me ask you this, just going back to, you know, the Black community. because it's not everywhere. Let me just say that. You know, there are like groups of, you know, especially even Facebook. I don't know if y'all in Black Long Island. You have this group. They support. Everybody supports each other.
You put me onto that.
They support. Child. I make shout out to y'all because I make plenty of money in that group. But yeah, they support. But what about the Black owners, the Black business owners, understanding that some of the stuff ain't right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you got a business, right? You got to do right in that business, especially if you're gonna be having a certain price. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had a big thing, and y'all can judge me if y'all want, about females not doing feet, nail techs.
Okay.
I'm like, I want to support you, sis, but you don't do feet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mismatching.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I just want to support you.
I don't have no problem doing
That's
feet.
not how that goes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
I would like to hear your take on having a Black business, but actually it being efficient, it being not crazy because it's Black. Don't just have a business just to say it's Black and we are not supporting, but you actually be a good business owner. So what do you say to that in reference to us not supporting? Because sometimes it's about your business ain't right.
No, that
you
happens to me, right?
That's not no.
I
work hard
know.
for my money.
Yeah, I know someone that had a clothing
I understand
line,
exactly what she
and
said.
you know, I wanted to support. Like I'm always supporting everybody that's doing a business. Somebody, something from them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a clothing line. So I decided, like, all right, I'm gonna buy a sweater, right? So I hit up the person and I was like, hey, can I have this sweater? Supposedly the sweater's like solid color, but you got all different color letters, right?
Okay.
They could do the letters for you, so they could switch up the letters, right?
Go down.
So now I'm like, I want the green one and I want pink letters, I want this and that, right? She told me there's no more pink, there's no more green, and I couldn't get the color letters, right? So I'm like, all right, but this was after like I sent my money and everything. So she was like, oh, there's no more black, there's no more green sweater. So I'm like, all right, so I'll take a black sweater with the pink letters. She's like, okay, cool. Another few days, hey, there's no more pink letters either. Okay, it's been like going on 2 weeks now. Then I paid for the sweater, which was really high in price compared to what it was, but Black businesses like to do that. Mm-hmm. So it was really high in price, right? But okay, cool, I'm still trying to support. Then she told me to pay for shipping, right? Shipping was like an extra $8 on top of whatever the sweater was. Do you know she dropped the sweater off to me? She was like, you home? I'm just drop the sweater off.
Wait a minute, wait. So took the full price
and my shipping
for the item that she couldn't even fulfill, and then took money for the shipping
and it dropped the off.
I have a really good
by my mailbox, not even in the mailbox.
Me too. I have an excellent story.
I have a really good story. This October, it was the end of October, 2021 October. I want a new car. Wow. So the guy I was dating, he just got a new car. So I'm like, I want a new car too. And no, seriously. So I'm like, shit, I want a new car too. So he's like, all right, well, whatever money you got, I'm gonna match you with your down payment, whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I hit one of my homeboys up. I'm not gonna say his name. I hit my homeboys up to see. He has like a PR firm. He does a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So I hit him up. He fixed credit and everything. So I hit him up. I'm like, my credit's not that good right now. Who do you recommend? You know what I'm saying? He like, cause he used to work in the car business too, but he stopped. So he like, I got a friend, it's a Black owned business, and he's like a broker. Like, you know, they have like they have brokers with cars in them, so they go like to different dealerships, right. You know, try to get you the best deal or whatever the case may be. But he was a Black owned business or whatever, and it was his friend, so he recommended me to his friend. So I'm like, all right, cool. So matter of fact, I was doing all this while I was at work. So when I got home in the wintertime, I told my boyfriend, I'm like, oh, I found somebody, whatever. I hit blah, blah, and he recommended this guy. He was like, all right, you can go through him, whatever, because I just got my car through him, whatever. He's like, he's good. So mind you, there's two people that vouched for him because he just got my boyfriend his car. Right. And then the guy I knew for like years, you know, he told me to go through him. He helped me get a car no matter what my credit is. Hit the guy up. He emailed me his you know, like the application, credit application. Did that, emailed it back. And he was like, all right, well, what kind of car are you looking to get? I'm like, you know, I had a Benz at the time. So I was like, I really just want to do a year. Mm-hmm. He was like, all right, cool, bet. So he was like, meet me at the dealership in the morning time, we booked there, whatever. And the people didn't get me approved, but then he was like, I got some connects or whatever, we're gonna work this out. So he went to the Acura dealership. I wanted like an MDX truck or whatever. Yeah, they like really sporty, really nice, but they cost a lot. They're like $70,000.
Yeah.
So, he like, oh, we're gonna get you approved. They got you approved for that, whatever. This was my fault though. He like, well, send me the down payment. He was like, give me $1,500. So I sent him $1,500. Like the next day, he was like, well, send me the rest. So I sent him another 1,000. So mind you, I gave him like 2,500. And then like a week later, he was because I wanted all black on black.
Right.
So he was like, well, it's about to come shipping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be here. Mind you, I have went down here test drive with my kids and my mom. So I gave him another $1,000. I gave him $35, girl.
Wow.
So the day that I'm supposed to go pick up my car, he's not answering his phone. So I called the Acura dealership, and they're like, well, we don't know you have to call him because everything is through him. And I'm like, well, he said he gave my down payment to y'all. They was like, we take down payments the day you signed it, girl. They was,
you said what? I'm sick.
the down payment.
They don't take.
You're not supposed to give. This is what I didn't know at the time. When you going to buy a car, you don't take. They don't take your down payment to the day you get in your car when you signing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just so happy I was in the car. I just wanted to get out of my car.
And you wanted to think about that?
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, because two people gonna vouch for him. Girl, listen. It took me a month and a half to get my money back. That's all I'm saying. I reported him to the credit. I went to his establishment. It was nothing but like a closed warehouse. It wasn't even nothing like the address that they have for business. Girl, I had to call him and make some moves.
What the boyfriend type?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I had to call him.
Okay. All right, we're gonna keep
You get what I'm saying?
PG.
But yeah, it took me a while. He must have spent my money. Probably.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, of course he did. And then was lying to me like, oh, I'm about to get a loan for Capital One or
I can't.
No, one main.
Oh, one main
for the business.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have your money right now, but I'm gonna get the loan. He told me that what happened was his account was negative when he put my money in his bank. They took my money. Girl, I was like, this is what I get. I was like, this is what I get for supporting the black business.
But that's okay. Now tell you.
Crazy. I try to support two of my cousins. They both live in South Carolina. One had she does hair, and she had a wig. She was selling wigs and stuff. Yeah, like maybe like 2 years ago. But the wig she had was like wavy short. It was different. I'm like, okay, you got that out here. So I called. I was like, I need a wig. Let me get that. And she was like, no problem. She needs just send me such and such. I got you. I sent her the money. I think it was like $30 or $40. It was just support, but I think it was a synthetic wig. But
it had to be synthetic.
It looked really nice. But it looked so pretty. But it was like that wavy short.
Yeah.
Like,
it was the good synthetic.
She probably had it wet that day.
Yeah, like a wet wig. But she was really selling it out there. So I sent her $30 on the Cash App, and even though it was just $30, I've never ever got the wig. I waited like 2 months. I kept telling her like, when is the wig coming? She's like, oh, I sent it. So she gave me. She said, you know what, Chini? I'm just gonna send you your money back, but when you get that wig, just keep it. So I'm like, what? She talked about. So I'm like, all right. So she's sending my money back. I was happy with that, but I've never received the wig. Mm-hmm. My other cousin from down south, she had a clothing line. She had these shirts. This was recently, and I sent her the money for the shirt. Never received the shirt. She told me, what she told me? She said, Chini, it's just, you just sent me $20. It's not that serious. I'll send you your money back. But I never received the money back to this day. It's just
that line kills me.
It's just, yeah, but it don't even matter what it was. It was just the principle. Like, you're my family. I live all the way out here. I see that you have a business. I'm very supportive. I'm a business person, and I just wanted to support it. And the shirt, it was lit. I was actually trying to buy stuff that looked good, like, oh, I want to buy it, but unfortunately, it just showed me that family, friends, whoever it is, you just have to really like be a little bit more like professional about what
I think that's what I was telling you before. Why I was waiting for the perfect time to like start my business, because sometimes as black owners, they just want to hurry up and just move on, and they just want to say, okay, I own something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they didn't research.
Right.
They didn't allow themselves to organized. They like to say, okay, I have to dedicate this much time to my business.
Right.
They don't understand that it's so much. They don't
So much
realize
entails
too, it's like
being a business
yeah,
owner.
they don't understand it's another job.
Yeah.
It is.
Like you saying, okay, you don't want to work, but now you gotta work for yourself 24/7.
Yes.
Because now you gotta market yourself, advertise yourself,
Yeah, they gotta be
do
like
your
that.
cash flow. You gotta
Yeah.
all of the stuff you gotta do yourself as a business owner.
And to tell you the
So
truth,
it's very you have to be professional. You have to have the time.
But some of them, they're not even doing it because of passion. They're doing it because it's trendy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
They want to
that's
they
what
want to
I'm
hop
saying.
up on. That's what I was saying. They just
Yeah.
want to hop up and say, "Oh
They
yeah,
wanna
I'm black.
do stuff.
I'm an owner. I'm
Yeah.
neither one of my cousins is actually really selling clothes in here right now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
It was just something that was probably popping at the moment, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it too."
Yeah.
And now you don't do with money who actually do want to support you. Now me and you can't even rap like that no more because of
Exactly.
That's
That's what
literally
it is.
because of 20
The whole
bucks.
relationship is like,
Literally
okay.
because of 20 bucks
$20,
that you could just own and said, "My fault, cuz you right. Let me handle this the right way or whatever."
Right.
But you decided to flip it on me, like it's my fault. Like we gotta do
Yes.
better. We really
We
have to
definitely
do better.
do.
And the overpricing has to stop.
The overpricing is different.
Like
That's
if
what
it's
the
not worth
hairstyle
it,
is.
just come on.
Yeah.
If the shirt is not worth
Yeah.
$50
The quality of the
and you
of the
only
shirt.
paid $5 for me, you can sell it for $20.
You really
Don't
Right.
try to sell me for
You
$50
absolutely
and you know it.
You
Come
absolutely
on.
can. You absolutely can.
But they love to do that, and
Yeah.
then that's when the whole thing with black
Oh, I
businesses,
know.
a lot of people is like, I don't want to support it because it's overpriced.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's really expensive.
Wow. Listen. So, Chef Chini. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay. Priscilla Danna Diamond. If someone just came on now and was like, "Dang, I missed the interview," what would you want them to know about you, or what would you want to leave them with to keep them inspired? I'm inspired by y'all. Like, thank you so much for
Then
coming.
come
Thank
out, pop up
you.
shop on
I'm
September 3rd and
super
come meet us.
excited
That's
for all
number
three of you.
third.
Yes. If y'all would like to, if y'all missed it, if y'all would like to meet us in person,
Yeah.
support us. September 3rd is where y'all need to be. We're having a pop-up shop. And it's our first pop-up shop.
I love that.
Yes.
Love
Our
that.
baby.
First business annual, what is it, Taylor?
First
Culture.
First business culture.
Because they done made the name. First business
Business and culture. First annual business and culture pop-up
pop-up
shop.
Love
Yes.
it. Love it. Love it.
And I would have,
it's where Richmond Hill.
yes.
Okay.
I'll have the food. She'll have her thigh highs. Dana will be doing all the massages. I mean,
Hands on
Yes.
site.
And we have other vendors.
Yes.
We have a whole lot of
We have
other
Yes,
vendors.
we do. So, we have, yes, I have a cannabis vendor. So if y'all like to smoke, you can come out and support. He's from Long Island, Fast Money on Instagram. I have someone that's selling drinks. If y'all want to come out and support. This is all black-owned business.
Yes.
That's gonna be there.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to
That's
see
trying
it.
to get their brand out there.
Food.
Yes.
Eyelashes.
Eyelashes, my
Credit
sister,
repair.
credit repair,
The new girl that came on the clothing line. What is it?
clothing line.
Morning something.
Yes,
Hair vendor.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Yeah, but
We have all different types
We
of
have a
vendors.
lot.
It's like a flea market indoors, black-owned pop-up shop.
let's go. Let's go.
Come
It's the
eat,
first
drink.
one.
Come eat.
Make sure you
Did we get the
support-
hookah?
We
All these
unfortunately
ladies
we
on
couldn't
social
get
media.
hookah because of the
flooring.
flooring and stuff and the regulations.
Oh,
But
that's
other than that, definitely come out to support us. If y'all would like to meet us in person, come through. And we appreciate y'all for sitting here watching us.
Yeah,
yes.
We was
Wait,
so
Wait, let me let y'all get a
Listen, y'all see I'm greedy. I don't just
I
be
know. Let me
talking.
let y'all get a look at
Listen,
this
Get
food.
this food, right?
listen, ma'am, listen, sir. She did not come to play.
Ooh.
Cause it's good.
Wait, I don't want my food to
It's
sit
good,
for
honey.
this.
It is good. I'm eating mine already.
You see it?
So, mompreneurs, what do you want to leave the people with? A quote, a book. Are y'all bookies? Y'all read?
Yes, I do like to read.
Please share a book that you felt was inspiring or changed your life. I'm an author, so I try to end each podcast with if people,
I ain't gonna lie. I have read 48 Laws of Power. I didn't even realize that men have been manipulating me my whole life. That book changed the way I was thinking. I'm like, oh Lord, I need to think like a man.
Okay, that's fun.
That was a good book.
Yeah, Think Like a Man was
That was
really
a
good.
good book.
Any other books?
I used to just read all of them Zane books and urban books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, that's the kind of books that I was into. But
Any inspirational ones, like connected to business, anything like that? Not really.
no.
Not for me. Sorry.
No,
Chini, how much is this platter? Because you need to y'all need to get up on this.
Correct. Leave us with something for the people, and then give them.
Never give up on your dreams. Just keep going. There's nothing you can't do, especially in the society we live now. Use social media as much as you can because that platform is really, really, really important, and you can do anything. As a mom, it gets hard, but don't give up.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency is the key.
Get your mind right
Gotta be
first,
consistent. Mm-hmm.
and then everything will fall in place.
Definitely.
Girl,
Dana.
that one's good.
We up there eating this all the time.
What you got for us, D?
Consistency. That's the key.
That's the key.
You gotta be motivated. You gotta be passionate. You gotta keep going. I don't care if you got a service or a product. I don't care if you get 0 sales. You don't get 0 nothing. You
Keep
tomorrow
pushing,
gonna be
keep
a better day.
promoting. Somebody
keep going. Just like Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks said she would do like 100 doors before she became a supermodel. That she got no's. You can't give up.
Yeah.
Keep going.
There's nothing to it but to do it.
Keep going.
That's my little motto.
And people follow people.
That's no point. All right, tell everybody where to find you, how to book you, do all the deets, and we out of here. Cause I'm killing this food. I'm sorry, y'all probably offended.
Find
I'm
me
eating my
at
food.
Instagram.
It's good.
Thank you.
Curvy _her_. I got my numbers and stuff. We'll put that down later. I can't remember it by heart. But DM me. Send me a message. Curvyher.com at.
Yes. You can find me on Instagram at Chef Chini Catering.
Spell it.
CHEF Chini CHINI and Catering CATERING. And you also can find me on Instagram under Boss Lady _Chini with the T.
That's a shame. I just have to go and look on my Instagram. You can find me at @Miss Diamond _ That's my personal page. And you can also find me at my business page at Diamond Relax Spa. If you want to book me, yes, and if you want to book me, it's I have the links on both pages to book me.
Yes. I'm so proud
And
of
if you in Jamaica, in Mandeville,
What's that one?
that's the S&M
Oh, I'm looking it up.
Hatfield, Mandeville
I'm
Square.
taking
We got a
pictures.
restaurant, we got a bar,
Let's
we
go.
got a car
We gonna take a
wash, we
trip.
got
We
a
gotta take a
Listen,
dealership.
I love Jamaica.
Okay.
I love it's
Priscilla
such
take
a
me to
vibe.
Jamaica.
It's
Yes.
such a vibe. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up just because. I'm like, remember that time on that episode? I'm in the field and I'm buying a shirt and not for $5. Not for $5. We
And if
paying
y'all-
full price.
If y'all free this weekend, Labor Day weekend, after the pop-up shop, I will be on Franklin and Union, and that's in Brooklyn, 1032 Union Street. I'm outside all night on the grill, selling my food. So if y'all want to come support me, y'all want some good food, 1032 Union Street, Brooklyn, New York. Juve, Labor Day, the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Because I'm getting no food.
I'm gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all heard it here first. Mompreneurs. Sorry, y'all.
Thank y'all.
I'm professional mom.
I ain't taking my food home. Nice.
But listen, my first episode of the Mompreneurs Takeover. I'm so excited. This is how it's starting, y'all. It's about to be up. Like, I'm super excited for these women, these mothers who are unapologetically winning for their babies.
Period.
Listen,
Yes, that's
Well,
what
we
we're
gotta say
about.
thank you for you to actually
Yes.
give us a
The
situation.
platform,
Yes,
yes.
we truly appreciate it.
Thank you for you
super
that
inspired.
being a mother
Super
and you
inspired.
having your t-shirt line,
Yes.
and then you having your radio show. So we gotta
And you
commend
being a
too.
wife,
Right,
a
because
mom,
you're giving us
a
a
boy.
platform to,
So,
like, show our work.
We gotta
Right.
give you your flowers
Yeah.
too.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. Just thank you so much for sharing your stories. I'm inspired. I know someone else is inspired. Just y'all need to understand all together. These women basically saying, don't give up on your dreams. Don't allow even being a mom to disrupt that, because that's your focus. To being a mother, being effective as a parent, and just letting your kids know, listen, mom could do it. I gotta shake out.
It's never too late to follow your dreams.
Never too late.
And it's never too late to
follow
go
your
to school.
dreams.
No,
Yeah,
for
follow
real.
your dreams, whatever capacity that is, and just continue to stay connected to your family, your children, and that's what it's about. Mompreneurs Takeover. Make sure y'all follow these ladies on social media, websites, whatever it is. Make sure y'all book. This food is bomb.
Yes.
Not because I'm sitting next to her. I promise you, because I don't do that. I'm not fake at all.
Chini, y'all. Chef
This
Chini.
food is so freaking good right now. I'm supposed to take one scoop. I did not work. I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to take one scoop. I just kept eating. I'm like, oh snap. But listen, make sure you guys support these women. Make sure you check them out. The pop-up shop this Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Richmond Hills. Follow their page. All the information there. Their flyer is there. Make sure you subscribe to How Michael Lady She Podcast. Thank you to everybody who's coming on tonight, hanging out with us so we get this good food. Y'all ain't got no food though. But yes, make sure you support each and every one of these women. Support How Michael Lady She Podcast. If you know any other dope mothers who are owning businesses or who want to share their story, we are here for it. We are here to support each other. Let's continue to support Black businesses. Black businesses, let's continue to do better
Yes.
with our businesses.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because we out here killing it if we do the right thing. All right? So,
Yes.
everybody have a good night.
Over now.
Bye.